Yo, I'm PMJ, and I just watched the Nintendo Direct, and I need to figure out what I liked best. The niche JRPG with anime cover art but pixel art style, or the niche farming sim with anime cover art but a pixel art style.
So let's solve that problem. I've evaluated and ranked everything in the Nintendo Direct entirely arbitrarily, and now you get to see it all in one concise list.
And without further ado,
starting from the bottom, we have Ayuden Chronicle, whatever. A niche JRPG will never stand out in a Nintendo Direct ever, and that's not how humans spell names. Big F off question block. We spent way too long zooming out on something that no one will ever see. This monkey's tail. This is, in fact, animal abuse. Rating pending to rated M screen. I'm sorry to the poor kid whose mom made him turn off the Direct when the M rating showed in order to protect him from triangles. Takahashi interruption number 7. That's right, he interrupts 7 times. Eastward Octopia.
Farming Sim!
Patissiere Peach. Anytime Peach has baked anything ever, something terrible happened 10 minutes later. Somebody stop her right now. War Tales is definitely a video game, probably. Spy X Anya. It's already incredibly impressive that they got this game out this fast since the series only got popular a year ago, but this show became irrelevant so fast that I'd argue they didn't make the game fast enough. Triple Move. There will be at least 2 weird fan fictions with this title. IR Motion Control Trombone. The ideas are getting worse. Horizon Chase 2. They made a second one because there was a first one. The SNES controller advertisement. I have never seen these in a store or anyone own them. That must mean nobody cares and Nintendo sucks. Handstand jump. I can't do it. Side order enemies. Solid idea to cut corners on actual enemy design since they can all be white and black fish. Another Code 2 Stories. Another obscure Nintendo point-and-click adventure game released only in Japan. Takahashi Interruption 2. Now that I've been told the history of obscure point-and-click adventure game that released only in Japan, I'm still not going to play the obscure point-and-click adventure game released only in Japan. But thank you anyway, Takahashi. New Wario voice. I have no proof the new guy isn't a sex offender. Bandletale. I will not support League of Legends. Pauline. We added a woman to Mario, guys, which means we get to put her in every spin-off game under the sun. Peach's Love Robot. Peach really will do anything, won't she? Random montage near the end. This is actually the most pointless montage they've made yet. Takahashi Interruption 5. Do you think the controller is having a good time? Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. What is the criteria to be put in a Nintendo Direct? The Luxray that hears things. They only chose Luxray because he's a fan favorite when there are Pokemon that actually use echolocation to get around. I don't like how it feels like they use fan favorite Pokemon for everything when Pokemon like Klefki are hung out to dry. Song of Nunu.
Wait, did you hear that?
my father's killer.
Best friends, Nunu and Willow.
Battle Crush might be slightly offensive to somebody. Tomb Raider Remake. It doesn't matter how much the voiceover guy says it, you can't convince me they upgraded a single graphic. Ganondorf Amiibo. Awkward shape. Could be hard to fit into certain glassware. The Champ and Paper Mario. He definitely abuses his power to cut in line at Walgreens. Unicorn Overlord. Amazing name, but my ability to tune out pixel art JRPGs in Nintendo Directs is too powerful. Detective Peach. She will find out Mario. Just come clean already. He hasn't cheated on her or anything. He just won't tell her he hates rap and likes video game music. Calling it Luigi's Mansion 2 instead of Dark Moon. There is a person out there who thinks he missed a Luigi's Mansion game despite having played Dark Moon. Contra Operation Galuga. Something terrible will happen to Konami on July 27th, 2025. Lara Croft new model. Sparkle Theater probably underpays its employees to deal with otherworldly forces. Takahashi Interruption 1. He advertises replayability as if it's a unique feature. Pearl. Slightly better now that I don't have to look at her, but deep down I still know she looks like this. Skyway. A new way for people to feel arbitrarily above others despite the fact that none of us are free of sin without the grace of God. Peachette. I thought they'd want us to forget. War Groove 2. Maybe War is okay if it's a little bit groovy. The Background. I want to be in this void with Mr. Takahashi. Peach's Flat Head. I never considered how it would look without the tiara, which shows how self-absorbed she is since she never takes it off. Saga Emerald Beyond. Only one character that will be worthwhile to me. Noah Amiibo. Worst Xenoblade protagonist, but more Xenoblade stuff for me to arbitrarily buy because I like the series and I feel the need to show that off despite the fact that nobody cares and even think less of me because of it. Among Us no idea how to pronounce this confusing title, so from now on is referred to as the Fungus Among Us. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I am interested in playing it, but I don't think anything shows that the Switch is almost done and the Switch 2 is coming soon than the length of this segment on this GBA remake. Prince of Persia. Every human has heard of this series, but nobody has actually played it. Motion Control Trombone. Bad idea. The opening animation. That arrow is omnipresent throughout the whole Direct, since it reveals every game. That means it knows when we'll get Metroid Prime 4. Boss refights Mario RPG. Very cool, looks fun, let's run a train on Mario and Friends. Growlithe that smells. Also a fan favorite pick, but this is canonically used as a police dog, so it makes sense that it would have a very strong nose. Sora Amiibo. Did they really fight with Disney for 2 years over a hunk of plastic? Funky Kong. None of you know what I know. Twitter announcement. They always put like a time frame for the games they're announcing, and it's always as narrow as possible to put expectations as low as possible. If Nintendo had any confidence in their games, they would say we are literally announcing Metroid Prime 4 and then not have it in the presentation, but have people like the presentation anyway. Wicked Grape will be sexualized. Takahashi's clothes may need some ironing, but otherwise not bad, sir. Dave the Diver. This is unique and does not fit expectations of a Nintendo Direct filler game, but I'm still gonna forget it in a week. Takahashi Interruption 3. Thank you for telling me what happened in the trailer, Mr. Takahashi. Sword Fighter Peach. She is out of excuses to get kidnapped if she is trained with a sword now. Oct. We are waiting on age reveal until we proceed any further. IR sensor minigames and WarioWare. It's nice to see them remembering their Joy-Con's over-engineered features, but these minigames will probably suck in practice. Tim Goodman. I have never played Detective Pikachu, so I'd probably hate him, but for now, we're neutral. Trombone Champ. Quirky game, why is it so popular? Nintendo Museum, it's a very cool idea and I'd love to visit, but it looks small for a company with as much history as Nintendo. And I also want the outside to be more obnoxious to the surrounding area, so that Nintendo fans can point with their mouth extended vertically, but closed horizontally to express their pure excitement. Stella, stranger danger, unless they're cute. Backflip. Agent 8. She's 14, 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 she's 14. Diddy Kong. I'm pretty sure everyone hates him, which is why he's included so infrequently, but he manages to sneak into Hangouts anyway. Mario RPG. I love the original and a remake is great, but I don't really like Nintendo taking old graphics and directly porting them into modern day. It was charming at first, but it gets old. Takahashi Interruption 6. He gives us the worst montage of all time, but then he gives us Paper Mario, so it balances out. Rock Smash their Manitan. Actually a unique pick, and he is in the ball and adorable. Hamrick. Detective Pikachu returns. I'm excited for it, but I just watched the Direct and I can't remember the release date for the game. Zelda Amiibo. High value, nondescript glassware ornament. Forms in WarioWare. Finally, some new positions. Mormon missionaries have had a monopoly for far too long. F-Zero 99. I get people are excited that there is F-Zero content, but I feel like this is proof they don't have any idea what to actually do with F-Zero, and we're never gonna get a full game again. Mew Amiibo, the greatest nondescript glassware ornament. Nintendo logo at the end. They kinda had the modern style flat logo before a lot of other companies. Side order. I want to be more hyped, but every other part of Splatoon 3 has been disappointing so far, so I could see this falling short. Takahashi Interruption 5. He actually was necessary to reveal things this time. Thank you very much, Mr. Takahashi. Peach Showtime. I'm not sure why this game exists, but normally when Nintendo just makes a game where the point is to be as creative as possible, it turns out well. So I'm looking forward to this, but I'm not completely sold. Kung Fu Peach. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm the King of Darkness who was recently reawakened. Finally, someone for me to relate to. WarioWare Move It. I think it is past the time of stand-up motion control games, but I have been couch-ridden since the Wii, so it'll be good for me.
Wario.
This thing with breasts? They seemed very excited to show off this character. Voiceover guy. I've never seen a guy so excited to talk about niche JRPGs, and I think that's awesome. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD. I hope people will enjoy this game because I remember it not being very loved when it first released, but I really like it. Daisy Circuit. I think I'd get Paris Syndrome if I went there, but I really like Mario Kart Wii. And of course, number one, the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake. I've never actually played this game, but they put it at the end of the Direct, and people were screaming, and unless they were screams of horror, this was probably the best announcement, but I don't actually care that much.
As you can tell from my beautifully put together list, I thought that Direct sucked. But of course it did. It's the end of Switch's lifespan after all. The big games are being saved for the next big console, while we're getting the scraps of what they can put out, while the majority of Nintendo works on the next big console. So we're not gonna have any big games. But in the meantime, why not enrich other skills like social skills, hygiene, drawing. Drawing's a really good one. You could draw Kung Fu Peach fan art. Oh, I know a really good exercise. You draw a picture of Kung Fu Peach kicking me in the balls. That would be awesome. You should do that. You should draw that. You should draw that.